So Lindsay and I wanted to sit down and talk with you today about the 5 best supplements that you should be on going into the winter if you're over 40.
First supplement that you should be taking for the winter if you're over 40, vitamin D. You have heard a lot about vitamin D lately in the news with COVID, and it actually is a really good thing to take to prevent COVID. A dose that you should be taking daily is between 2,000 to 6,000 IUs. Not only does it help with bone health, but it also helps regulate the hormones in your body, namely insulin and also your thyroid. So take this if you want to have better health going into the winter.
The second most important supplement that you can be on in your 40s going into the winter is micronized creatine. Make sure you get the micronized creatine. Don't just get the stuff that's like, this also has micronized creatine in it, because the other stuff will have like 600 milligrams of caffeine, L-arginine, and all these other badassity things. You and I can't handle that stuff anymore. All we can handle at this point is the creatine, the micronized creatine. Now, why would I use the creatine, you might ask? I'm glad you did. Creatine is valuable for a lot of different things. This is cellular food. That means any function in your body that your body needs energy to perform needs this. If this is free floating in your system, you'll have more of it. Now, let's just think about the implications of that, right? That means if your brain is tired toward the end of the day, a little creatine boost, that'll help you. If you're working out, those last 2 reps that you wanted, that you really needed to get the most out of that workout, creatine will do that for you. It's interesting because the bodybuilders found the creatine and they've decided that that's the stuff that they all should be on. But do you know who they found it from? The old people. And it's proven to help decrease the onset of things like dementia and Alzheimer's and etc. So if you can get on creatine, if you're over 40, you should be on this right now. You'll thank me for the clarity of mind that this brings to you right away and the extra energy it brings to your workouts. Oh, one last thing, 2 grams. You need about 2 grams. If it's micronized, 2 grams, and don't worry about loading it like they used to teach us. 2 grams a day, I stick it in my coffee, I'm golden.
Third supplement that you should be taking going into winter if you're over 40 is good old protein. This is something that a lot of us take already. Protein is one of the macronutrients that we need to keep our bodies healthy. If you are having a sweet tooth problem and going into the holidays, which we all have that problem right now, reach for this. This one actually right here, our Nilly's Nilla, it is so good. It tastes just like cake batter. So if you need something sweet to snack on that actually gives you some really good nutrition, protein will help you build muscle, and it also keeps your diet on track. So go for this. It's a really good supplement to have going into winter over 40.
Have you ever walked into a room to get something, you're intent on picking it up, and the second you cross the threshold of the door, you don't remember what you're in there for? If you're like me, you just stand there and stand there. Pride won't let me just walk out of that room again. But I do find it strange how more and more that's happening, and how more and more I'm forgetting words. I sit and struggle for directions. Like, I'll even pick up my phone and stare at it sometimes and be like, what do I do? Well, they have these things now that can help us. They're called nootropics. I'm just gonna say nootropic. It makes it easier for me. But you ought to be on a nootropic. These things will have antioxidants and anti-inflammatories in them, all kinds of brain food, brain health things, mood regulators, and etc. Ever since I started taking this, I have been so happy. When we very first released this, I did it as, look, we're getting older, you need this kind of thing. The first stuff we started hearing back on Facebook in our groups was, hey, is anybody else less hungry? Do you think it could be that nootropic? And then we called the doctor that helped us invent it, and he was like, yes, mood regulation also helps with satiety. And that was the big seller. So we're a little bit out of this stuff right now. We don't have a ton of it. Jump on the website and grab some. These 2 little pills a day will help you more than I can even tell you. This is my favorite product that I take every day. And you can get yours too right here on GPP Fitness.
The 5th supplement that you can take that we recommend going into winter, especially if you're over 40, is vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the staples that you need. What it does for you is it helps rebuild tissue and it increases your immune function. This is a really good thing to be taking if you're working out and as you're going into winter trying to stay healthy. You really can't take too much vitamin C, but all you really need is about 1,000 milligrams a day. So as long as you're taking that, you're really gonna increase your immune system and your tissue repair. This is a really good thing to take if you're over 40 going into winter.
So the question becomes, Linz, where can I find this wonderful stuff that you've just told me was super important?
Well, conveniently enough, we sell most of this. You can get the protein, the nootropics, the vitamin D, and the creatine on our website, which is gppfitness.com. And you can get some really good deals on it right now. The vitamin C, you can kind of get anywhere, but we're hopefully getting some of that soon.
One of the things that we do is we go out and we find the finest products that there are. I kind of feel like I'm a little older now. I don't like the regular gym stuff. Most of that stuff that I put into myself, I can't handle. My stomach goes crazy, especially with proteins. And this protein's amazing just because it's got everything in it. Like it's got all your vitamins and minerals and stuff in it too. It's got probiotics and prebiotics and digestive enzymes. And
yeah, we really only sell the purest, most natural, and most beneficial supplements that we could find. Go to gppfitness.com if you want to buy any. Also, if you look down in the description, we will have links to all the supplements and some facts about each supplement so that you can, if you have more questions, you can look there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like.
dying to find out what specific things that you take for your health in the winter. Is it different in the winter than it is in the summer for you? Would love your comments down below. Tell us what you take, why, and how much of it. Thanks for watching.